Guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this crochet Sunburst Granny Square shorts. Yeah, so this tutorial is going to be divided into different parts. Yeah, because these shorts I'm going to be transforming it into a crochet pants. Yeah, so from this shorts we are going to be making a crochet pants, and that tutorial will drop after this tutorial. So yeah, let's get right into it. And
so the material we'll be using for this tutorial today, we are going to be using a 4.5mm crochet hook. Yeah, 4.5mm crochet hook. We're making the squares and also the waistband area, and we are going to be using this balls of Yeye yarn. Yes, so this is a Yeye regular yarn and it's a 3-ply yarn, and I'll be doubling the strand, which is making a 6-ply. Yeah, so and then I'll be using a darning needle. Yeah, this is to sew the squares together because the squares are going to be joined using the sewing method, not the other type of joining your granny square. But you can decide to use any type of joining method you want, but for this tutorial we are going to be using the sewing method. Yeah, and you're also going to be using your measuring tape to take your hip measurement, to take the length of the shorts. Yeah, and also to for your waist measurements too. Yeah, and you also need your scissors to cut all your loose ends and cut all your strands. Yes, or you can just decide to bond the loose ends, because granny squares can be very complicated to sew in the loose ends, or you're just going to be working with it as you granny square progresses. Yes, and sorry, for the measuring tape, you're not going to be using it for your waist measurement because it's going to be a very adjustable waist. Yeah, it's going to be free, so you can adjust it because there's going to be a rope for adjustment. Yeah, so that's basically it. Let's get right into the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do, we're going to take your black yarn because we are creating this middle portion. Yeah, so you're going to take your yarn, and then you're going to make a slip knot. You're going to make a magic circle like this. After you make your magic circle, you're going to make a chain of 3, which is going to stand as your first double crochet like this. And then you're going to go ahead and make 15 more double crochet stitches in this magic circle. Then that is, you have 16 in total. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, and 6. So you're just going to continue to make 1 double crochet in this place until you have 15 double crochet stitches. And don't forget that your chain 3 stands as a double crochet. That is 16 double crochet stitches in total. So I'll meet you when I'm done. So when you have your 15 double crochet stitches, you're going to take this strand and pull it to close. Pull it tight to close like this. And then you're going to make a slip stitch on top of the first chain of the chain 3 that you made. I apologize if you cannot see it properly since I'm using a black yarn. And then make a slip knot. Then make a chain of 1 like this, and then you cut your yarn. That's it. So for round, you're going to take your next color, and this is the round we are doing. This round here, I'm going to be forming a puff stitch. So to do that, you're going to go into any of the double crochet stitches you made at the beginning, that you made in round 1. Insert your hook through it, and then pull your yarn through it, and then tie it. And then we're going to be working with this yarn as we are going. So how to do this round? You're going to insert your hook into that same space, pull up a loop, make a chain of 2 like this, and then yarn over, insert your hook into that hole, pull up a loop, yarn over again, insert your hook into that same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into that same space, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through all 7 loops, and then make a chain of 1. So that is how you make that stitch. So we are going to do the same thing in the next stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over again, insert your hook, pull up a loop like this. You should have 5 stitches on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and then you should have 7 stitches on your hook, and then yarn over, pull through all 7, and then make a chain of 1. So that is how you do this stitch. So you're going to be yarning over 3 times in a stitch. Yarn over, insert your, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your, pull up a loop, 2, yarn over, insert your, pull up a loop, 3, then yarn over, pull through all 3, then make a chain of 1. So that's basically how you do this round. Yes, so I'm just going to continue this process until I reach the end. You're supposed to have 16 puff stitches in total for this round. Yeah, since you made 16 double crochet stitches, so I'll meet you when I'm done. So we have 16 puff stitches in total. Yeah, so this is what you should be having. So to close this round like this, you're going to go into the first chain you made here, like this. So you have 2 spaces here, you have 1, 2. So go into the second one here, which is the first chain one you made, like this, and then make a slip stitch, then chain 1 and cut your yarn. So we are going to round 3 now. So this is the round you are going to be working on now. This round for round 3. You're going to be working on this round for round 3. So for round 3, take your strand of yarn, insert your hook into under any chain 1 space you made. So see, you have 16 chain 1 space, so insert your hook under any chain 1 space you made, and then pull your yarn through, and then tie. And then what to do next, you're going to insert your hook into that under that same chain 1 space, pull up a loop, make a chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then yarn over, insert your hook into that same space, pull up a loop like this. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You should have 2 loops on your loop, or 2 loops on your hook. Then yarn over again, insert your hook under that same chain 1 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Then yarn over, insert your hook under that same chain 1 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You should have 4 loops on your hook now. Then yarn over, pull through all 4, and then make a chain of 2. So for the next one, it's going to be different. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook under the chain 1 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook under that chain 1 space, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook under that chain 1 space, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops. You should have 4 loops on your hook. And then you're going to yarn over again for the last time, insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops like this. You should have 5 loops on your hook, and then yarn over, pull through all 5, and then make a chain of 2. So that's basically it. So you're going to be repeating this for the next 14 spaces. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You should have 5 loops on your hook at the end, and then yarn over, pull through all 5. So for then make a chain of 2. So for the next space, you're going to be doing this yarn over, insert your hook 4 times, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop 4 times in each space. You should have 5 loops on your hook, and then yarn over, pull through 2, then you should make a chain of 2. So that's what you're basically going to be repeating for each of the remaining stitches. So let me repeat that again. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through all 5, and then make a chain of 2. So I'm just going to be basically repeating this in each and every under every chain one space, and I'll meet you when I'm on the last one. Okay, so I'm on the last space like this. So you're just going to make a chain of 2 here. Don't forget to make a chain 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch on this space here, not here but here, the first one, and then make a slip stitch and chain 1 and cut your yarn. So this is what you should be having for round 3. We are entering round 4, and for round 4 we are making this one here. So for round 4, you're going to take your yarn like this, and then insert under any chain 2 space, your hook under any chain 2 space, and then pull your yarn through, and then tie it. And then you're going to insert your hook back under that chain 2 space, pull up a loop. You're going to now make a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And after your chain 4, you're going to yarn over twice because we are going to be making a treble crochet. Sorry for the interruption. So after your chain 4, you're going to yarn over twice because this chain 4 stands as your first treble crochet. So you're going to yarn over twice and make a treble crochet under that chain 2 space. And make another treble crochet again. Yarn over twice. So that you'll pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. So you should have 3 treble crochet because the chain 4 stands as your first treble crochet, so that is 3. So we are making a corner here, so you're going to make a chain of 2, yarn over twice, make 3 more treble crochet. So this is 1, this is 2, and 3. So this is your first corner treble crochet stitch. Yeah. So into the next, under the next chain 2 space, yarn over, make 3 double crochet stitches there. So this is 2, and then this is 3. You should have 3 double crochet stitches in the second chain 2 space. Then in the next one, you're going to go under the next chain 2 space and then make 3 half double crochet. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. And then into the next chain 2 space, you're going to, under the next chain 2 space, you're going to make 3 double crochet like you did here. So this is 1, 2, and 3, like this. And then we are going to repeat this thing we did here. We're going to repeat a corner here. So you're going to yarn over twice, make 3 treble crochet under that chain 2 space. So this is 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to make a chain of 2. You're going to make 3 more treble crochet in that same chain 2 space. So you have your second corner. This is how it looks. So we are starting to form our square. So this is your first corner, second corner. So we are going to basically repeat the same thing we did here from here down to here. So you're going to make three double crochet in the next under the next chain 2 space, and then under the next one you're going to make 3 half double crochet, like this, and then in the next one you're going to make 3 double crochet, and then you're going to basically repeat what you did. You're going to make another corner for this part. So this is 1 treble crochet, 2 and 3, then make a chain of 2 to form your corner. So 1, 2 and 3. So you're just going to basically repeat what you did for the last corner. You're going to repeat what you did here. So after this, you're going to make 3 double crochet in this space, 2 half double crochet, 3 double crochet, and then a corner. Then 3 double crochet, 3 half double crochet, 3 double crochet, and then you're going to slip stitch to close. So we're just going to basically repeat what you did here, and I'll meet you when I'm at this point. Yeah. So I'm at the end of this row. So I just basically did 3 double crochet, 3 half double crochet, 3 double crochet. Yeah, so this is what you should be having. So to close this round, you're going to go on top of the first chain of the chain 4. Yeah, like this. Insert your hook through that chain and then make a slip stitch to close. Like this, slip stitch, and then make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. Entering the last round now, so which is this red. Entering the last round. Okay, so to do that round, you're going to go under the space after any corner. Go under the space after any corner, like this. So you can even go into any space. You can even go into the corner. I want to start with this space. I prefer using this side. Yeah, and then we are just going to be making double crochet clusters of 3 throughout this round. I'm just going to tie my yarn like this, and then I'm not going to go back under that same space, and then pull up a loop, make a chain of 3, 1 2 3, and then yarn over, make 2 more double crochet, because this chain 3 stands as your first double crochet. So we have a cluster here. So go into the next space, next one, skip this 3 double crochet, go into the next space. Under it, make 3 double crochet. That is a cluster of double crochet. Like this. And the next one, make 3 double crochet like that. And the next one, make 3 double crochet. For the corner, we'll do something different, like this. So now we have reached the corner. So now for the corner, you're going to make a corner again. You're going to make 3 double crochet cluster, 1 2 3, and then you're going to make a chain of 2 to form a corner, and then you're going to make 3 more double crochet, 1 under that same chain 2 space, 2 and 3, like this, and then you form your first corner. So you're now going to skip these 3 treble crochet stitches, go under the space that is in between these 3 treble crochet and 3 double crochet, and then make your cluster again of 3 double crochet. So that's basically it. You're just going to be making 3 clusters of double crochet under every space in between the clusters of the previous row, and then when you reach here, you're going to make your corner. When you reach here, make a corner. When you reach here, make a corner. And this is what a corner is. So repeat what I did here for every corner point. So I'll just leave it there at this point, and I'll meet you when I'm done with my corner. So I've reached the end, and I ended with a corner stitch. So yeah. So to close this round, you're just going to make a slip stitch on top of the first chain of the chain 3 here, and then make a slip stitch like this, and then make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. So that's basically how you make your square. Okay, so this is how your square should be looking like. And for these squares, we are going to be blocking the squares. Yes, we are going to be steam blocking the square so that it can stretch properly. Yeah, so you can use any method of blocking that you desire, but I'm going to be using the steam blocking method, yeah, for it to come out properly. Yes, so I'll meet you guys when I am done with my steam blocking. Okay, so I have done my steam blocking, yeah, and this is how free it is. Let me show you the difference, just in case you decide not to steam block. So this is the one that is not blocked, and this is the one that is blocked. Can you see the difference? The stitches are looking straight and firm, while this is still looking stiff. Look at it, and look at this. So there's a difference. So this is your sign to block your granny squares, because granny squares, they usually kind of squeeze. So when you block it, it makes the fabric, it makes the yarn a bit stretchy and makes it free. Yes, and your tension will not be looking tight. So I'm just going to go ahead and make 17 more of these squares, because I need 17 squares in total for these shorts. Yes, and I'm also going to still steam block them. So I'll meet you guys when I am done with my 18 squares, and I'll show you how to join them in order to form the granny square shorts. Okay guys, so I have my 18 squares complete. Yeah, my 18 squares are complete. Yeah, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to be joining this together. Yeah, and I'll show you that quickly. And these squares are already blocked. Yeah, like I said, I want to steam block them. So ensure you steam block yours too, because granny squares can be a bit stiff, but when you block them, the stitches will be free. Look at how free it is now. Yeah, so let's get right into the joining. Okay, so this is how we are going to join the squares together. Yes, so you're going to, with the wrong side facing you, you're going to take 2 squares and do it like this, with the wrong side facing you on both squares. Sorry, facing you on both squares like this. And then you're now going to take your threaded yarn and then insert it into the first chain that you made of that chain 2 of this square. Insert it into the chain of this square, of the second square, like this, and then pull it through. And what I like to do to secure my work, I will pass my needle through the middle of the strand like this, and then pull to secure like this. And then I'm going to go through the back here, the second chain of the chain 2, to the back of it, and then the second chain of the chain 2 of this square, and then pull it like this. Like this. And then what I'm going to do next, since we have, you know that there is front loop and there is back loop, so I'm going to go through the back loop of this square, back loop of this square, and then I'm going to go through the back loop of this other square of this stitch here. Look at it. I'm going to go through like this and then pull it. So you are basically going through the back loop of the stitch on each square. So go through the back loop on this square, go through the back loop on this other square, and then pull it to close like this. Go through the back loop of this square here, and then go through the back loop of this square here. So that's basically how I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be joining through this method, going through the back loop of each of the squares to sew. So just continue this process of passing your needle through each of the back loop of the squares, and I'm just going to continue that process, and I'll meet you when I am at this point. Yeah. So I am at the end. So how I do my end is that I go through the first chain on this square, pass my needle through it, go to the first chain of this square, pull it out like this, and then go through the second chain on this square, go through the second chain on this square like this, and then pull it. But there's a way I normally like to secure my end here. I will pass my needle through this part and then pull it to form a knot there, secure tightly. So to continue the process, you're now going to take your other two squares like this, with the wrong side also facing you. Place it down like this, and then since my strand is here, we're going to go to the back of the first chain on this square here, and then go to the back of the first chain on this square here, and then I pull it to join the squares together like this. And then in order to secure it, to hold it properly, not moving, go back into that second chain on this squares here like this. Go back into it and then pull your yarn, and then in order to secure it, go take your needle and pass it under here like this, and then pull it, then secure it close so it doesn't move like this. So after that, you're now going to go to the second chain on the first square, going to the second chain on the second square like this, and then pull it, and then you're now going to continue the process of going through the back loop on this square, going to the back loop on this square, and then pulling. So that's basically how to join the squares together. Yeah. So I'm going to be doing this for 6 more times here, because I'm supposed to have like 8 squares in total. So I'm just going to do this, repeat this process for 6 more squares, because I'm supposed to have 18 squares in total. And what I mean by 18 squares in total, I mean if you turn it down like this, you're supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're supposed to do like 8 here, 8 on top, and 8 on the bottom. Yeah. So I'm just going to continue this process, and then I'll meet you when I have my 8 squares complete. Oh shit. So this is how I'm going to sew it. I'm going to lay this down like this, and then take this portion. Okay, so I'll take my squares like this, the wrong side and the wrong side. I'm going to take it down like this, because this is how it was, like this. So fold it down like this, and then remember what I told you. Insert your hook into the first chain of the first square, insert your hook into the first chain of the second square like this, and then to hold at the edge, you pass it through that side like that, and then also go into the second chain of each of the squares. this. And then remember, back loop of this square, back loop of this square, like this, back loop of this square, back loop of this square, like this. So that's what we're just going to basically do. Just going to be sewing it down like this. Then I'll meet you when we get to this point. I'll show you how to enter into the second square. Okay, so we are approaching that point. Oopsie. So this is what we're going to do. We are just going to pass this through, pass our needle through this point like this. Just pass your needle through it like this. And then you can just go into this point like this of the sewing and then pull it through. Like this. And then continue your sewing. Go into the chain here of this square. Go into the chain of, because there's only one chain that is left here since we sewed into the second chain when we were joining like this. So yeah, just going to continue to do your back loop, front loop, back loop, front loop. Like this. Back loop, sorry, I mean. You're just going to continue this process. Keep sewing down till you reach this point. Yeah. Okay, so I have finished joining the top portion together. This is how it's looking like this. I finished joining.
To make the crotch area, which is the one that is marked in the picture there, for the second row of the squares, where you have two squares by the left and two squares by the right, you're going to make an extra square for each side. So that is going to be 3 squares on the left and 3 squares on the right. Yes, so you're just going to add an extra square there, and then you're going to fold it and then sew it to the front square and sew it to the back square. Yes, you're going to fold it and then do the same thing for the other side. So you're supposed to be having 3 squares on the left and 3 squares on the right. Yes, but they are going to be folded and they are going to sew it in the middle. But ensure that you sew it one of the squares in front and then one of the squares at the back, and then you're not going to sew the 2 squares that you've joined on the base there. Sew it in the middle to form the middle area. Yes, in the pants, because every pant always has like a middle area in it. So that is how to form the middle area in the crotch, for the crotch. Yeah.
So let me show you how I'm going to be joining the ribbing for the legs, ribbing for the waist, I mean. Yeah. So the next thing to do, I'm going to turn my work like this to the back, and then I'm going to go into this space here like this. Then I'm going to tie my here and there. Then I'm going to make a chain of 3, which is going to stand as my first double crochet. And I'm going to insert another double crochet in this space since we have a chain of 2 there. And then I'm going to go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, into the next stitch 1 double crochet, next stitch 1 double crochet. So I'm just going to work in 1 double crochet round until I reach end. So I'm just going to be inserting 1 double crochet in each stitch like this. Yeah, that's basically. So I'm just going to continue one double crochet and I'll meet you when I'm at this point. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, so I am at this edge. So how I'm going to do this part, I've inserted 2 double crochet under this chain 2 space. I'm just going to yarn over, insert 1 double crochet in this space that has a sewing like this, and then go into this next space with only 1 double crochet because I've already sewn on top of the chain 2 like this. So I'm just going to continue 1 double crochet. But if you've not sewn into your chain 2, you can skip this middle part and then go into here with 2 double crochet. I don't know if you get what I mean. So I'm just going to continue to make 1 double crochet around, yeah, into each stitch around. I made a change here. For this part where I said that you should put 2 double crochet, put only 1 double crochet and don't put any double crochet in the middle there. And then put 1 double crochet, because this thing, if you do it like that, I think it's going to like make the waist too big. But you can still do it like that if you choose to. That's still fine. But I think that for the waistband not to like increase a lot, I think you should just maintain it. Make 1 double crochet in this space that you were supposed to make 2 before. Skip this part, make 1 double crochet and continue your double crochet stitches until you reach the next point. Make 1 double crochet, skip this part, and then make 1 double crochet and skip this part. Okay, I'm at the end now, so I'm just going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3 that I made initially, like this, and then make a chain of 3. Start as the first double crochet, go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet. So I'm just going to be making 1 double crochet in each stitch. I'm going to be doing this for my desired number of rows. Yeah, just continue to make 1 double crochet in each stitch. When you get here, you make your last double crochet, slip stitch on top of the chain 3, continue your rows of double crochet. Yeah, so that's basically what this row is going to be about. Yes, so I'm just going to continue to make 1 double crochet in each stitch for my desired number of rows, and I'll meet you guys when I'm done and tell you the number of rows I did. Okay, so for the waist region, for the last row, which is row 8, I just did front post and back post double crochet. So yeah, that's what I basically did for the waistband. Yeah, for the waistband here, I did front post and back post double crochet before I now added my drawstring, and this my drawstring is 300 chains. Yes, so if you don't know how to make a front post and back post double crochet, let me just show you how to do that quickly. Okay guys, so to do the front post and back post double crochet, how to do that, you're just going to make a chain of 3, 1 2 3, then yarn over. See this stitch here, these are stitches, so this is the first stitch here. You're going to yarn over. This is how to make a front post. Yarn over, insert your hook at the back of this stitch like this, and then yarn over and then make your double crochet. This is how to do a front post double crochet. Then we are now going to be doing a back post double crochet. So yarn over, you're going to go to the back of this stitch like this, go to the back, pass it through the front like this, go to the back again, and then yarn over, pull up a loop, and then make your double crochet. Let's do that again. Yarn over, you're going to do the front post because we are alternating between front post and back post double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook in front of it like this, go through the back, and take it to the front, and yarn over, pull up a loop up, then make your double crochet. So to do the back post, yarn over, take your hook like this, pass it through the back to the front, to the back, and then make your double crochet. Let's do that one last time. So yarn over, insert your hook in, insert your hook inside here, take it to the back, go to the front, yarn over, and then make your double crochet like this, and then yarn over, take your hook to the back, pass it to the front, take it to the back again, then yarn over, make your double crochet. So So that's what you're going to keep alternating here like this. And so since you started with a front post double crochet, you're supposed to be ending with a front post double crochet. So I'm just going to continue this process and repeat it until I meet you at the end. So this is how to make a front post double crochet. That's what I was trying to explain for the waist region, waistband. So we are approaching the last one. So just yarn over and then make a back post double crochet like this. And then insert your hook on the first chain of the chain 3 you made with a slip stitch. Oopsie. And chain 1. And then cut your yarn. Then cut your yarn. This is what you should be having. This is how to do front post and back post double crochet. I just made the illustration here. This is what you're going to be doing for the waist region. Don't do this, but do this what I explained here for the waist region. Yes. So let me just show you how to pass the chain through the front post and back post double crochet. Okay, so with your chain in your hand, how I normally determine the middle part, I just place it down like this and then determine the middle stitch. So the middle stitch, why I'm looking for a middle stitch, because this is where the rope is going to come out and this is where the rope is going to come out, and then this is where I'm going to tie. So probably let me just pick here. So I'm just going to start here like this. Then take your hook and then insert it under this front post here like this, because you're going to be passing through only the front post stitches we made. So and then pull your yarn out like this. Then you're going to turn your work. How I like to do mine in a hurry, because I don't really like wasting time when I'm making a project. I find the easiest way out. I'm just going to take my hook, then pass it through every front post like this. That I find. Pass it through it like this. Like this. And then take your string and then yarn over and then pull it through. So that is how to pass it through. So you're passing under every front post like this, every front post double crochet you made like this. You're not passing through the back post, so it's only the front post that you need. So like this. Yeah, I'm just going to continue that until I reach here. So let's do it again. Let me just show you till I reach the end though. So, oopsie, I made a mistake at that point. Then this last one like this. That is how you have your side, and then you tie it. So that is how I made that waist ribbon part. So this is like a ribbon method too. Yeah. Okay, so this is where I'm going to stop for the crochet granny square short, because remember I told you that this is a crochet granny square pants, not shorts. Yeah, so if you want to make this longer, just add more squares to it. Add more of the squares to it. But when you're sewing it, ensure that you add it like this, like add this square, join it, add this square, join it, add this square, join it. So you can add more squares to it. And how to close this up. We're just going to be using a granny stitch around. You're just going to go around using a granny stitch. Yeah, just go around using the granny stitch. What I mean by granny stitch, so let me show you how to do the granny stitch on the edge to give it a neat finish. So, and this is optional. Yeah, so tie your yarn, zoom that in a bit, and then you're going to insert your hook back into this space like this, and then make a chain of 3, which counts as a first double crochet stitch, then 2, and then 3, and then skip this point. So skip this 3 double crochet and go into the next space with 3 double crochet stitches like this. Going to the next one, you can be carrying your yarn as you're walking like this. Skip this 3, going to the next one like this. Like this, going to the next one like this. So you're going to the next one like this. And this space here, you're also going to go in with 3 double crochet. And skip this space, going to the next one with 3 double crochet. And then into the next space with 3 double crochet. So you're just going to basically be repeating this 3 double crochet cluster in each space like this, and then I'll meet when I'm done with this leg. So you're going to repeat it until you get to this point like this, and then we're going to slip stitch to close. Okay, sorry, on the last part, I did my 3 double crochet cluster, and then you're just going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3 you made in the beginning. Stitch like this, and then make a chain of 1, and then cut your yarn. So you're basically going to be repeating this for the other leg. Yes, you're going to be repeating this for the other leg. Yes, you're repeating the same thing for this other leg like this. Yeah, so I'll meet you guys when I am done with the other leg, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I am done doing the edging. Yeah, so that's basically it. So I really hope you found this tutorial helpful and easy to follow. Yeah, so I've come to the end of the tutorial. I'm going to sew in all this my loose ends later. Yes, I'll sew in all this my loose ends later. But please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I really hope you found this tutorial helpful. So if you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section. Like I said, you can make this longer if you want. Yes, you can make this longer if you want by adding more squares to the base. Yeah, that's basically it. So I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.